Africa's economy is worth $2.8 trillion. But did you know that just 5 countries produce half of it? These 5 countries generate a combined $1.4 trillion in GDP, while the remaining 48 nations produce the other half. So, what makes these 5 countries so dominant? Let's break it down. South Africa leads with a GDP of $373.23 billion. It is Africa's most industrialized economy with strong finance, manufacturing, and mining sectors, though challenges like high unemployment and energy shortages persist. Egypt follows at $347.59 billion. It controls the Suez Canal, a major global trade route, and benefits from a booming tourism sector. Algeria has $267.81 billion in GDP and thrives on oil and natural gas, supplying Europe with energy. Hydrocarbons make up 90% of its export earnings and 60% of government revenue. Nigeria, once Africa's largest economy, now ranks 4th with $252.74 billion. Despite its massive oil wealth, economic instability and inflation have slowed growth. Ethiopia has a $205.13 billion in GDP and is Africa's fastest growing economy. The country's economy is fueled by agriculture, infrastructure, and industrialization. Coffee exports alone brought in $1.3 billion in 2023. To put this in perspective, these 5 economies combined are still worth about the same as Florida's $1.6 trillion economy. Though unlike Florida, each of these nations has different strengths and vulnerabilities. South Africa and Egypt are diversified with strong service and industrial sectors. Algeria and Nigeria rely heavily on oil and gas, making them vulnerable to price shocks. Ethiopia, on the other hand, is rapidly industrializing and moving away from an agricultural-dependent economy. While these 5 dominate, the remaining 48 countries share the other $1.4 trillion in GDP, highlighting a massive economic imbalance. Many smaller economies struggle with infrastructural deficits, political instability, and over-reliance on raw material exports. Countries like Kenya, Ghana, and Morocco are emerging as key players in tech, finance, and renewable energy, showing that Africa's economic future isn't just limited to the Big 5. So, will we see a more balanced African economy in the future, or will these 5 African countries dominate? Let us know what you think in the comments.